Hello, welcome everyone. This is another day the Lord has made. We will all rejoice and be glad in it. In this section, we'll be dealing on the major component, one of the major components inside a stabilizer. And in this section, we will let you know the major IC needed in almost every stabilizer. And this section, we are diving into what we call integrated circuit, which is another name for IC. Stay tuned as we unleash more on this. This is proudly brought to you by Troubleshooting Electric. So in this section, we are talking about there are three major IC found in stabilizer: LM324 and UC or whatever whatever value that comes in 4069 and 4011. These are ICs, integrated circuit. So I will advise every technician, you can go to Google and type in LM324, add pin out to it. Pin out. Add pin out. Why are you adding pin out? Because you want them to give you the diagram of how the IC looks like. So whenever IC you are looking for, if you just add pin out to the IC, they will tell you how the leg of the IC looks like. So, and how do you know whether this IC is bad or good? Let me show you so that you will understand why you need to know or how you will know these ICs are bad. It is good for you to do a sketch, print the IC, draw it and put it, just put it somewhere in your shop so that you can look at it as you are fixing stabilizer. Now it comes like this. Here is the starting point: 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So this is for, let me take for instance LM324. LM324, it comes like this. This one is we have the positive, we have the negative pins. We have the positive pins, we have the negative pins, because those are the pins you will need to know how they function. Now, this is number 1, this is number 7. You count like this: number 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So you count your IC pin like this. You count it like this. So this is an output, minus, plus. This place is the ground. This place is the VCC. What do we mean by ground and VCC? This is where you power the IC. This is the positive part, and this positive part is number 11, and this is number 4. That is where you power the IC. So to know whether the IC is receiving voltage, you put one of your meter probe here and put one of your meter probe here and switch your meter to DC volts, so that you check whether there is voltage across here. The voltage across here is not going to be more than 6.5. What did I say? 6.5 volts. So when you read it and there's a voltage here, you know that your IC can receive signal. But if you read it, there is not a voltage across here, meaning your IC is not receiving signal. And that is why when you on some of these stabilizers, you don't hear the relay triggers. When you on the stabilizer, there's supposed to be an adjustment of relay movement. If there's nothing like that, meaning something is wrong, the IC is not seeing any signal, either there is no power or nothing entering the IC, or variable resistors are bad. So here is number 1. Here is the output. Here is output 1. Then this one here again is another output again. Output 2, output 3, and output 4. It has 2 input. The input is, there is the negative, here is the positive. Here is the positive, here is the negative. Here is the positive, here is the negative. So it goes. Oh, sorry. Here is the negative, here is the positive. Now, inside this place, it is simply like this. Let me draw how it looks like. Here is your number 1. Here is your number 2. Here is your number 3. I'm picking a section like this. So there are 4 circuits inside one. Please, if you find it difficult, go through this video time and time again so that you understand it. Now here is minus, here is plus. How does this IC work? If here is low, we have what we call low and high. Low is classified as 0 to 2 volts or 2.4. Then high is classified as 2.5 to 5 point something volts. So let me tell you, you will get an output when the voltage across this pin 3 is higher than pin 2. If pin 2 voltage is higher than pin 3 voltage, it will not give you an output. You will get 0 here. But if it's higher, you will get 5 volts here. Note it, the output is either 0 or 5 volts. 0 or 5 volts. It is either is giving something or is not giving us something. So when the voltage that is feeding to pin 2 is higher than pin 3, here will be 0. But if the voltage in pin 2 is smaller than the voltage in pin 3, you will have an output here. So also the same principle goes to this section, this section, this section. So when we get to troubleshooting, we will show you how you can comfortably put your meter to read it. But from this brief explanation, it is clear that at times your stabilizer might be having voltage, but you will not see signal in this place to give you an output here, of which the relay will not trigger. And these inputs are linked to your variable resistor we just talked about. So if you want to know how this thing works, as you vary your variable resistor, you will see that it will be reflecting on any of these IC. They are linked to each of these sections. You can trace the leg from the variable resistor, which is up. You can trace it from this variable resistor. They are linked to the ICs. The variable resistors are linked to the ICs. Variable resistor are linked to this. That's why when you vary it, the output makes the relay to be triggering. So this is all you can about LM324. See you in the next IC 4069.